didn't start playing the music. Oh, it's off.
No. We won't do that.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. And I do want to say oh, yeah. What a tragedy for us. Everybody, just want to get everybody's attention. Thank you for coming to our 2019 Pegasus World Cup post-race draw. So happy to have the winning connections of the Pegasus Dirt and the Pegasus Turf. My name's Jason Blewett, one of the racing analysts here at Gulfstream, and I'm joined by my co-host and Acacia Courtney.
Thank you, Jason. And we want to say thank you to all of you who supported the Pegasus World Cup today. I think that it's fair to say we saw some incredible performances by our equine athletes, and we truly thank each and every one of our connections for participating as well. So we'll have a chance to open the floor for some Q&A at the end, but first and foremost, do want to get a couple of quick reactions from some of the owners of our winners here in the Pegasus World Cup.
Yeah,
Who wants to go first?
How about Mr. William K. Warren Jr.?
William K. Warren.
How about
Mr.
your
William K.
reaction?
Warren, will you be first?
Explosive and impactive. I just was so thrilled. I was so worried when we came down here on Monday. I didn't get a wink of sleep on Monday night or Tuesday night because my great trainer over there, Michael McCarthy, and I have a relationship that I tell him I'm the coach and he's the quarterback. And really, he changes the play every day. but I was just plotting the race in my own mind, and I had not anticipated this very wet weather, and we didn't know whether or not City of Light could run in this mud. And it was just so thrilling to watch Javier ride a masterful race. And we talked about it before he got on the horse. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, and he executed the plan beautifully. And I'm just filled with emotion for my trainer, Michael McCarthy, and for Javier. They got us here, and I love them both.
Sounds great. We also have owner Bill Lawrence, who owns part of Bricks and Mortar, along with Claravich Stables. And Bill, how about a reaction from that amazing turf race today?
It was electric. First of all, I thank Seth. We've owned a lot of horses together, and the fact that we have 5- and 6-year-old horses running in big races is a testament to Chad Brown. He took a horse off a 380-day layoff, Bricks and Mortar, and he got the horse back in the second race. He was loaded. He was as confident as a trainer can be. There was no trainer speak about, this could happen or that. I think that he also asked me to say that he went to check on a horse from the other race and he couldn't make it, so he asked me to come over, so I just ran over in the rain. And I want to thank Arad. It was a really smart ride. They kind of made that middle move and went in front of him. I have a lot of friends here, and I'll be up to party with you in a few minutes. I'll be right back. And they said, what's he doing? He's going backwards. I said, he's winning the race. And they said, how do you know? I said, because I've been lucky. I grew up watching the races at Saratoga. I've been going to track 45 years. We've owned horses 15 years and watched enough races you can know what the guy's doing. Congrats to the other owners, trainers, and my man Javi. I don't know everybody here, but Javi won a little race called the Preakness Force. We made a bet long ago that we had never won the Derby. We'd win it together, but we won the Preakness, so we said that would be good, and we counted our other bet off. So I'm just happy, lucky. There's not a lot of races. It's not even just the money. It was just a big race. It was a big, tough race. And the way this horse just really ran big today to come back after 2 injuries that we had, it's electric. It's why we're in the game, because there's a lot of tough days, and the other race didn't go so well for us, and it was like the old thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Those are old enough to remember Sports Illustrated. But it was a great day, and thank you again to everybody for putting on the race, and to all the people who work hard, the jocks and the trainers and all the staff. That's what makes it go. We just put the money up and get to come and have a few hours of fun.
Well, congratulations, and we also have trainer Mike McCarthy in attendance, won the Pegasus Dirt with City of Light, who was just awesome. And Mike, how are you feeling right now?
Thank you guys, thanks. I was quietly confident all week the horse would run well. We kind of followed the same routine that we did at Churchill Downs when he won the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. I was very pleased with the way he worked here last Saturday. We kind of moved the work up a day, trying to beat the rain. It seemed to work out. I thought Javier worked him wonderfully. Javier seemed very pleased. We were just kind of hoping to get to here today in one piece, and worked out that way. Drawing down in the 3-hole, I was excited that, you know, we could go ahead and showcase a horse's speed. And once Javier was able to get him outside, going to the mile pole and turn up the backside, whether he ran first or last, we had no excuses from there. He was in the perfect position. Can't thank Javier enough for having the confidence to take off from Audible to ride this horse. Says a lot about the kind of person he is, and I can't thank him enough. And I'd also like to thank the family sitting to the right of me.
Congratulations.
Well, a great job all around, and Javier.
I'm not done.
Oh,
Sorry. They've done a lot for me personally. They've done a lot for my family. To come here for a day like today, I thought the Breeders' Cup was, as I said, almost like out of body. Today was, I don't know. But I'm very grateful. Now I'm done. Now I'm done.
I was waiting to make sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. We also have winning jockey Javier Castellano here. And Javier, but when you first came in, you compared this horse in his second gear to Ghost Dapper. Tell us about that.
The way he did it today, he really was, you know, I think you don't see too many horses. He got the speed, and he got the balance, he got the dimension. I think the horse, he did everything today. I think, basically, I enjoyed the ride, I'll be honest with you. I think anybody could have rode the horse. I think I give you all the credit to Michael McCarthy to try to put everything together for this race. And especially the opportunity Mr. Warren and Mrs. Warren, they give me to pick the jockey to perform, to ride in the Breeders' Cup, Amal, and now in the Pegasus. I think I'm very fortunate to be in that spot, and I think I'm very grateful. The horse, he did everything. I think it's an amazing horse. We have very lucky to drew the good post today, and the track he playing speed a little bit today. I think the way he broke out of the gate, he broke well out of the gate. I tried to get in my position the first time and see how developed the race. I think he's an amazing horse. I think I'm very lucky, thank God, to have the opportunity to ride the horse.
And we'd like to open up questions to members of the media if anybody has any questions.
I've got something I'd like to. First of all, I want to congratulate the turf winner. That was a great win for you, sir, and it shows your dedication to this great sport, and congratulations. On Friday, yesterday, it was a beautiful day, and in looking over the form, I said, this is really going to be a tough race, a really tough race. And then today, when it rained, I thought, oh my gosh, I don't think we're going to do very good in this mud. But I was really worried. But I want to say one thing. Coming down the steps, the first person that shook my hand was John Sadler. And I think John is a class act, wonderful man. He's a great trainer. And I want to compliment and all of the others who were in the race today for their entering the race and their great trip in the race. And they're great owners to be here today. And my hat's off to all of those that we had to compete against today. Thank you.
Let me congratulate. Thank you, and hats off to you for winning the big race. We don't get races like this often. I think anybody that puts money in this sport, we all know we're probably 1/3 stupid, 1/3 optimistic, and 1/3 crazy, and the rest is maybe there's 1% we're good dreamers and hopeful. We're very much optimists for sure. And I want to thank one other person who didn't come over because she didn't want to walk in the rain, to my wife, for everything. And for letting me spend a lot of money on horses, which is not necessarily the smarter things I've done. Luckily, I've been smart enough to have some other things that I've done that are more profitable, or I would be living in a double wide and walking home.
Jason, my wife wants me to mention one more thing. You know, all of us that own horses are trying to figure it out, trying to come up with an edge or come up with an idea of success. And luck is used a lot in this business, and I'm very blessed to have had two really great parents because, first of all, they had daughter number 1, they had daughter number 2, they had daughter number 3, daughter number 4, daughter number 5, daughter number 6, and my mother didn't stop. And that's the only reason I'm here today.
Any questions from the media? We'd like to open up the floor here.
Javier, did you take school trip?
We talk about a little bit about how we can perform today, the horse, and Michael McCarthy, Mr. Warren, we kind of agree a little bit. I try to use the horse a little bit out of the gate and get a position because we have short term and you have to use a good spot. And the way he playing the track, you have to get a good position. And you got the speed, the horse, let it take advantage a little bit enough. First of all, I think I got lucky the way he drove the horse. I could be way outside, I had to use a little bit like pattern recognition. Unfortunately, he got that spot. But everything worked out great. I used my horse enough a little bit to get my position, let him give you a little break. That horse, he doing really well on the backside, the way he get the rhythm, the momentum, and I think he loved the way he performed the sloppy track. He's just like a little kid in the play yard, play because he splash the paddle and keep going, the good rhythm, the good comfortable rhythm. I say, I think I'm doing well right now so far. I'm doing good. I get more excited, but turn it for home, just very focused to give you a little break, the horse, not overdo it, overuse it a little bit, because believe it or not, it's my quarter, it's mine, you have to wait a little, save something horses to the end. But the way he did it, he another year, I think when I asked a little bit, 2,400 quarter, but he exploited again, he took off again. What a feeling you feel in that moment when those horses, he took off again. That's the reason I make a little comment before. I feel like goes up in 2004, he won the British Cup Classic. He went to the lead and just got the ready, galloping nice and easy. And when you ask, he took off again. That's amazing. Gracias, un saludo a toda la afición en Ecuador y gracias por el apoyo de transmitir todas las noticias para tu país. Y thank you for the support of the Spanish community and all my fans. They follow with the horses, and thank you for the support. We are South Florida. We have a lot of people all over the place. I think the manager, Mr. Rivo, and all his group, Belinda, Strona, and Joe Campbell, Billy Valle, they put a lot of effort to put everybody together like the Clásico del Caribe, and they put all Spanish all over the place, all over the country to put a great perform, good for all over the fans and whole race. Thanks.
Thank you, Keisha. Paisano, thank you.
Venezuela.
Yeah, I live in Miami, but
Good.
congratulations and blessings for this great victory aboard City of Light. I have a question, Javi, for you. I sense that from the kickoff that you were like gear up for a hunting, because pattern of recognition at the break, he was looking for a spot on the center of the track, and you saw that horse, and you noticed that it was like, I don't know, okay, You want to take the lead? I'll get you down there.
Absolutely. I think a part of recognition, he has to be in the lead. He's that kind of horse. He always performs. He loves to be in the lead. I don't think the horse he like to come from behind. I think he unfortunately had to use a little bit to get to the lead. And it worked out great, perfect for us because our horse is a special horse. He don't have to be in the lead. He can go a little off the pace, or if in part of recognition he should be in the race, he would be dictate the pace. It would be wire to wire. But work out some perfect because I'm looking for a little bit target just to let him race a little bit. And he worked out the dimension when we make that move and step up outside. I think that's the key to win the race.
And that made a difference, and you did a trick because when a horse is able to let his jockey maneuver with yes, everything is sold.
Yeah, you have to adjust me a little bit with the jockey you ride every single day, and you have to try to be perfect, when you make that decision. And sometimes, believe me, sometimes you make wrong decisions too, don't get me wrong. But I think the key is in the big race, you have to be focused and you have to study a little bit, not even the horse, the jockey too also, the way he performs. And of course the track too, the jockey and the horse, you put it together and try to do the homework to have the best result.
Last one, please. Some works for people down there in Venezuela?
Excuse me?
Some works for people right down in Venezuela?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it worked for that. I think very lucky. I'm proud to where I come from Venezuela, and I think I feel bad. I feel the same pain. I think, unfortunately, probably everybody know about the news about Venezuela. He struggled a little bit. Unfortunately, with our president we have and try to be dictated and try to control everything. Unfortunately, those people sacrifice us a little bit. I just pray to hopefully everything work out to my country, and I wish you all the best.
Venezuela está contigo, amigo.
Muchas gracias. Venezuela también está conmigo. Gracias.
Great.
For Michael McCarthy, could you talk about what City of Light has meant to your career?
Still kind of sinking in. Obviously, we've been in business 5 years. Started with one horse. Have a horse like this come into your life. I can't tell. Honestly, there's not. I can't describe it. I can't describe the emotion that goes along with something like this. Winning the Breeders' Cup was incredibly special. To be able to go ahead and follow it up with something like this, don't know if it'll ever happen again. If it doesn't, I'm probably okay with it. But at least it happened. I like that Vin Scully line, don't be sad that it's over, be glad that it happened, I believe, something like that. I'm very glad that it happened. A horse like this, a once-in-a-lifetime type of horse, I believe. What Javier said earlier, when you saw him today running through the lane, I don't think there's a horse in the world that could have beat him today. And I've said that all along, emphatically. I thought he was, he's a gift, just a gift to everybody that touches him, everybody that walks him, everybody that feeds him, everybody that bathes him. I wish I had a little bit better way with words, but I'm pretty speechless right now.
Pretty understandable. Any other questions for me? Tom?
Mr. and Mrs. Warren, can you talk a little bit about your relationship with Michael and the decision to send him horses? He's obviously very complimentary of you. What did you see in him to give him a horse like this and other horses?
primarily that he was trained by Todd Pletcher, and he'd served a lot of time with Todd, learned a lot, and he's very much a detail man. He's very devoted to each of his horses, and that means a lot to me. He's not out trying to get 150 or 200 horses. He wants to get horses that he feels he can make champions, and that's what attracted me to him. I think he's a man of great character. He makes good decisions, which I need because sometimes I have some pretty wild ideas. And I won't go into those.
I promise you, he does.
But we feel like we're family. We're very close to him. And I wanted to add to this gentleman's question of what it's meant to our family. It's brought our family together more, and to the extent that my son John Kelly, Christopher Warren on the end, and Andrew Nathaniel Warren want to get in the horse racing business. And so they have gotten some shares in City of Light, and I never thought they would have an interest in this, and so they're sort of part of our traveling team, and then my very able executive assistant Jennifer Morgan handles everything so professionally and beautifully that we're just a well-oiled team that works together, has fun together, enjoys. We've been out tonight to every night for dinner together, and it's been a great pleasure and a great honor to be with Michael McCarthy's family.
I'd like to say something too. Racing has just been a joy for our whole family. Our family loves to compete. John Kelly is an Ironman and successfully competed in Hawaii. Andrew is a top tennis player. We compete at everything we do: Scrabble, gin, poker, you name it. I've had the Scrabble board turned over on me. But it's a way to compete that is different from golf or tennis or any of the other things we would do at a time in our life. And it does bring our friends and family together. We load up a plane. We virtually go to every race there is. And the way you can analyze a race and predict how it's going to be is a good thing for your mind, I think. So it's just been really, really a wonderful experience. Bill got us into it. Michael picked this horse, and he's a good picker. We're afraid he's going to get really busy now, but we're going to keep him busy anyway. So they've got a couple new horses up and coming.
So I think one of the things maybe everybody doesn't know that's really great about horse racing is because maybe we all know that we're doing something that's very difficult to be good at. We want to win before races. There were several people I said, run a strong second today and do good. One guy came up to me and said, dead heat for first. I said, yeah, I'd like to, but it's $3 million for first and $1.2 million for second. So run a good strong second. It's a little different race. But I haven't gotten even back to any of my friends. I've only texted back Seth and Chad. But I check in my phone. I have 20 other owners. Some that ran in the race, some that didn't. And the nice thing is they know when you lose, you don't get one text. Everybody knows there's just nothing you can say because we just need a little time. My wife calls it, and I broke it, I don't know, people didn't know it. Down here they say I don't come to Gulfstream. I won a lot of races, like 500-600 races, probably 50 here. I've never been in the winner's circle. So the guy that buys some of my horses, Pete Bradley, his daughter said, are you going to go? I came down from maiden race 2 weeks ago, ran fourth. I said, I guess I got to win a $6 million race or a $7 million race. And so I hope I have a horse in next year, but I don't know. Mike Rapoli told me once that the reason he won the title at Saratoga, he went 0 for 52 one year at Saratoga, and he was embarrassed. And so he said, I'm going to claim horses, buy horses, and do everything, because it's awful when you're losing. And when your friends come and they don't know what to say. My wife explains it differently. We have a house in Jupiter. She says, I can't go to the track because he's swearing for the whole 75-minute drive. I thought I didn't swear the last 2 minutes once. He said, no, you got in and you kicked the garage door and said, why am I in this bleeping dumb sport? It's just hard when you lose. But when you win, the people who compete against you, the other owners, really know how big. And I whispered to Mike, who I just met, I said, this is why we do it. We don't, now you get me emotional. we just, it's hard to describe what it is. But, you know, for me, I'm older than some of these guys, and, you know, some of the things I did, basketball and golf, I got a few trophies, but I ain't winning anymore. So you just get to have a day that's better. I think I whispered to Mike, it's better than you can ever dream about. And my good friend Javi, we've been friends a long time. Thank you for kicking the shit out of me in the dirt race today, as opposed to last year when some horse named Catholic Boy circled me twice for some races, and he's a good friend. He comes up and says, sorry. I said, what do you get sorry for? You know, thank you for saying sorry. Bob LaPenta did. He high-fived me and said, I kicked your ass. Yeah, but later, you know, I sent him a thanks and congrats to him and everything. And for one of the owners of Yoshida who knows who he is, you owe me some money because we bet head up, but you can keep the money, so we're good. But it really is a different kind of sport where the owners know the pain, the trainers know the pain, but the wins are so good. And your friends and the other owners know how good the day is. So anybody that's in town, if I haven't gotten on the phone, text me later. We'll get going later. We'll tear it up. We'll have fun.
I do want to thank everybody for coming. A very classy winner circle up here on the podium. Congratulations to everybody. Pegasus Dirt, Pegasus Turf. It was a great day. I want to thank all the fans, thank the horses, and yeah, we're running 12 races tomorrow here at Gulfstream Park. First race post is about noon, so we'll see you then. 11:45 actually. Thank you.